Hey YouTube, what's up, you guys? Work 6, also known as Full Goku here. I know we haven't really done too much on this channel, but we thought, hey, why not do something? So I want to talk to you guys about a deck that I've absolutely fallen in love with. Shirunui, whoever the hell you want to pronounce it. They're absolutely amazingly fun. I can actually see them if they ever got enough stuff being tier at some point. But as of right now, they're like amazingly fun Shiggles deck and so much fun. Alright, so I'm going to take you through what I run and explain a few of the odder things. Okay, so obviously I run 3 of the Shirunui tuner. Level 2, 0 defense, 800 attack. Probably one of the best tuners I've ever seen. The fact that the turn after this was sent in the graveyard, so not the turn it was sent there, but afterwards, you can banish this card in another zombie to special summon a zombie type synchro from your extra deck matching that level. I think that's absolutely insane, and it is extremely good. And next we have Shirunui Solitaire. Pretty much all the zombies in here have 0 defense, and that's kind of a good thing in some ways. This has a really good effect that you contribute 1 zombie type, including himself. You can special summon 1 zombie type tuner monster with 0 defense from your deck. So you can either go for Spectral Sword, or you can go for Unizombie, which is absolutely fantastic. It can pretty much turn into a 1-turn Beals of the Diabolic Dragons, if you do it correctly. Then run 3 Spirit Master. When this card is almost something you can special summon a Shirunui monster from your hand or graveyard. Banish it when it leaves the field. I really don't use it for the special summoning effect. I mean, I can, but I usually use it for the banishing effect. Since all of these have effects that if they're banished, Spirit Master is if he is banished, you can pop a card on the field. Solitaire is if he is banished, you can target one of your Shirunui monsters, and you special summon it. And if you have the field spell, which I'll get to later on, you can actually special summon 2, which is fantastic. That's the Shirunui I run. It's a pretty small engine, but that's really all you need. Then 3 Unizombies. Probably wondering why did I black these out. I cannot fucking stand the Unizombie artwork. For some reason, it just annoys me.
It is kind of ugly, isn't it?
It is. Unizombie's effect is fantastic. You can target 1 face-up monster on the field, discard 1 card, increase its level. Then you can, if you want to, second effect, send a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, increase its level. So basically what you do with that is if you have Solitaire, summon him tribute, summon Unizombie, dump Mizuki, banish Mizuki, summon out Solitaire, and you can get an instant 8 right there, and you can go for Beals or any other level 8 synchro that you care to make. It's fantastic. Then I run 2 Zombie Masters. I mean, you could push to 3 if you really wanted to.
Pretty generic in a
zombie deck. You know, drop a monster, special summon a level 4 lower zombie monster from your graveyard. Go for rank 4s, or in this case, since it's a synchro deck, just go for synchro summons. Then 3 Mizukis. That's pretty much a staple in any zombie deck. Banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a zombie monster from your graveyard. Then I run 1 Ghost Ogre and 1 Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries. I would actually switch Ghost Ogre for another Winter Cherries if I had it, since Ghost Reaper is a zombie. It actually is searchable in some instances, and they both get raid effects, so they're both hand traps that can come in handy a bunch, and they're extra tuners. For the spells, I run 3 Zombie Worlds over the Shirunui field spell, and I'll explain why later on. Simple card, all monsters on the field and in the graveyard become zombie type. Can shut down a bunch of decks that need to rely on their typing. Then 3 Book of Lives. Target design monster in your graveyard and 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon your monster and then banish a monster from the graveyard. Then 1 Soul Charge, 2 MSTs, Foolish Burial, Book of Moon, Pot of Inquisitives, just because there are some times that you would like to shuffle some of your banish shit back just to get a draw. Mind Control, because it is a synchro deck, and then 1 Dark Hole. Now to the traps. The most important trap in the deck. 3 copies of Shirunui style Samsara. I run this over Swallow and the field spell because it actually counts as the field spell. So it actually can work with Solitaire. It actually can work with it. Since if you do have this on the field and he is banished, you can special summon 2 if you have this card. So it's better than the field spell in my opinion, and it's worth running over since you can still run Zombie World. Actually, explain this effect first. First effect is you can actually banish a face of zombie type monster you control, and the entirety of the turn you don't take any damage. Effect, battle, anything. You take no damage. Which is great if you actually have Soul Charge, since, that turn, banish something, Soul Charge, summon whatever you got in the graveyard, take no damage. It's absolutely fantastic. Then a secondary effect is you can target 2 of your banished zombie type monsters with 0 defense, shuffle them into the deck, and draw 1 card. Great effect, great effect. And the reason I still want Pot of Inquisitiveness is because there are some zombies that I run that don't have 0 defense, and I would like them back, like Mizuki and things like that. Then 2 Call the Haunteds, and 1 Quaking Mirror Force, and 1 Storming Mirror Force. Just to give it a little more of a round edge. For the synchros, which is like my favorite part, I run 2 of Sun Saga. This card is absolutely fantastic. It's a 10 that you pretty much, in its own way, like rank up from the other Shirunui synchros. So what you do is go to the small version, and then go to the second version, then go into this, or just go straight for this. Doesn't really matter. What you do is, its first effect, if this card is special summoned, you can target as many of your zombie synchros in your graveyard or banished, shuffle them back into your deck, and then target monsters your opponent controls up to the number you shuffled, and destroy them. Freaking awesome effect. Secondary effect, if any zombie monsters you control, so as many of them, would be destroyed by other card effect, you can banish a Shirunui monster from your graveyard to protect them all. So Dark Hole, Raigeki, Mirror Force, anything like that, if they would all be popped, just banish 1 card and you're safe. And it's a 35 beat stick. And because it is 0 defense, you can actually summon it back through various ways. It's a fantastic synchro. Then 2 Shogun Saga, the level 8 synchro. If this card is special summoned, you can banish a zombie type monster from your graveyard, gain that attack. So you can banish Shogun Saga, you can banish Samurai Saga, any zombie. You can doesn't have to be a synchro, it can be anything. Then you gain that attack. Then if this card is destroyed by battle, you can target 1 of your banished zombie monsters and return to the graveyard. It's 3,000 beat stick. It's damn good. And in my personal opinion, like any of these Shirunuis can be like splashed in any zombie deck. They could be staples. Then to Samurai Saga. 6, 2,500. Once per turn, during the player's turn, you can target 1 of your banished zombie type monsters, shuffle it into the deck, and then target your opponent's monsters. You actually don't target them, but target their field, and then change as many monsters on their field to defense position up to the attack of the monster you shuffle back. So if you had him banished, shuffle him back, any monster with 2,500 or less attack, switch to defense. Pretty damn good. And if this card is banished, you can target one monster your opponent controls and lose 500 attack. So not as amazing as the other ones, but I mean, you basically use it to, in this version, like kind of rank up into it. Then my favorite on the deck, Beals of the Diabolic Dragons. Thanks to Unizombie and its work with Solitaire and stuff like that, you can get a one-turn Beals, and anybody looking up to a Beals is going to be at least a bit worried. Cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. If it would take damage, battle or effect, it gains that damage as attack. So basically it just keeps increasing. It is, basically the only thing you need is you need one Dark Tuner, which Unizombie is, and then one non-tuner monster. One or more non-tuner monsters. It is an absolute powerhouse and can cause problems for anyone. And you can make it so easily in this deck, you absolutely should run 3. You could cut it to 2 if you found something, better that you want to run, but I prefer to 3 since it's fucking amazing. Then I run 1 Scarlet Red Dragon Archstream for my other 8. Just to pop those special monsters. For 7s, since you can run into that a couple of occasions with the hand traps, or if somebody Valors your Unizombie and stuff like that. I have the one Crystal Wing Single Dragon. It's not as amazing as Crystal Wing, but it can still come in handy. It can negate level 5 or higher monster effects, which is actually pretty damn good. And it's 2500 attack, so it's decent. Then one Psyframe Lord Zeta. If you can make it 7, you absolutely should. And one Black Rose, because any deck that can make 7 should absolutely run a Black Rose, even if it's a 1. Then for 6s, I run 1 Goyo Guardian, since any deck that can run a Goyo should absolutely do it. And if we get that errata soon, I'll have to find something else.
I'm going to cry if we do.
I know, that's going to be horrible. And then 1 Doom Kaiser Dragon, simply because you do run Zombie Worlds, and you can banish any number of combinations here. The fact that, like, if you have any level 4 and Spectral Sword, you can make it with any of these. It's that simple. And if you have a Zombie World, take control of something that's in your opponent's graveyard, it's actually worth it. But pretty much you can think of anything else you want in replace of it. But that's my own personal take. So that is my Shirunui deck. Like I said, lots of fun. Absolutely lots of fun. Being able to make Beals with a single card and doing a whole bunch of stuff is absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's like finally showing zombies some archetype love instead of just singular cards. This is Worst X, also known as Full Goku. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, all the good stuff, and we'll check you later in another video.